So exactly right. So here we are recording. So good morning, everyone. So why did I introduce you, or why did we, I should say, introduce you to quite a few things and apps and, you know, the Shopify and all that? What you need to know with astrology is when the stars are good to be introduced to something, the stars are good. And when they are not good, you don't want to be introduced to something new. What I mean is that by the time we are going to be reaching the 13, we will be with Venus retrograde. So things are going to seem a lot less pretty. You're going to meet people and you're going to say that it is online or not online, doesn't really matter. You're going to say, oh yeah, no, it's not so much. I don't really like them. You're going to have some senses like that are going to be funny. You won't know why, but it's going to be like that. And that goes for things, and that goes for people, or that goes for pretty much anything, even the feelings that you might have, okay? And as we will go into the retrograde, that might actually get stronger. Same goes on the 14th with Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion. So whoever you will meet at that time, or things that you will start, actually not going to necessarily take you where you want to go, because they will come back from inside, but they will not take you to the world where you want to go outside and expand to the world outside. So I've introduced you to quite a few things. Well, not me, Kim, but I mean, obviously we work together. But the thing is that what I want you to know is that if you are introduced between today and tomorrow, and we want to introduce you to much more, to be honest, because from tomorrow, Kim and I, we have a lot of work, so you won't be able to even access Kim one-on-one. So today is the last webinar we're going to do. Well, obviously we've got one coming up on Saturday with Jane, but we also are going to have to focus on quite a few things behind, that it is with the products, that it is with other things for you. So today we're going to talk about traffic, how to get the people to your masterclass, and how you're going to do your masterclass. And yes, there is big marker, and yes, you could be introduced to it, and we could talk about it even this morning if you wanted to talk about it, that is fine, but we won't be going there too much. Or it seems clear and obvious in that case, that, you know, it is where you can do your masterclasses or not. Or really technically, I had a talk with Jane this morning, and really technically, you don't need it. Like, you don't need it. I mean, I haven't used it so far. I haven't used it, you know, in 2 or 3 years of business. And you can just do some normal posts saying, hey, everyone, we're going to be having a masterclass on the 9th. I recommend the 9th, by the way. So it gives you the 9th and the 10th. And yes, I know it's Mother's Day, but remember, when you follow the stars, you want to maximize, even if it is a Mother's Day day. If you do have time in that day, maybe early in the morning, or if you are staying in bed to have, you know, you're served by the family and stuff like that, doesn't matter. So forget the morning, but probably at nighttime, you will still have 1 hour or something like that where you can be working and signing up people. So we always find time, even if it's Christmas, even if it's, because the stars work a little bit differently. That has been man-made, the energies of the stars, yeah, it's different. So, and if you do your masterclass on the 9th, for example, so I've changed mine to the 9th at 9 a.m. So my masterclass is going to be there, and 9/9, and then you can do a live. You can do a live, or you can pre-record. If you do not feel comfortable with the live, and I know that some of you don't, in that case, you can pre-record it. So you've got, you know, from now on, today, tomorrow, and all that, to be able to do it until Saturday. And you record, it's your masterclass. What is a masterclass? A masterclass is where you are going to be giving some of your secrets, or obviously not everything. You're going to tell them the tools of your program, because at the end of the day, all that is to make people, the maximum people, sign up in your program, right? That's what we are doing. We are funneling these people to make sure they're going to sign up with you, that you have the maximum of people. And remember, business is engagement. So at the end of the day, a business, that it is done online or not, is a business where you are going to have a relationship with people. And that's all that matters. You have to remember that, because why would people sign up with you if they don't know you? Why would people, you know, start a relationship or buying a big program if they don't know you? Some will, but honestly, would you? I mean, if you don't know the person, if you haven't talked to the person, at least having a bit of a conversation, at least seeing them, maybe having a lives or videos, or understanding the concept, you wouldn't. So all that is to actually show those people the tools that you have. So this morning I did a small video that I've recorded and that Kim is going to be using to bring the people in. So that can be done that way, having a video, and you will see what Kim is going to post today. So in my video, I'm like, hi everyone, you want to know how I've paid my houses, how I'm traveling the world, how I've helped my parents to have that many properties, how I've been doing this, and how the stars work. If you want to know how that works, join me on my masterclass where I will be explaining the way I'm doing things or the way I've done it in my life, right? People are going to be like, oh, wow, I want to be there. So we've got already, I think, I'm not sure, Kim would know, maybe 10, or I'm not sure how many people. Well, and in that case, the whole idea is that I get the maximum people on that day into that masterclass, okay? And when I'm going to be doing that masterclass, which I'm going to do live, I'm not going to do it recorded. I prefer live because live is engagement. Because if people start writing questions, I can actually answer. So I'm going to do my masterclass, you know, and saying that I'm not going to answer the questions that I'm on. They can always ask me questions at the end. I'm going to talk about my speech, and obviously, you know, showing them how it works. And at the end, I'm going to say, right, has anyone got any questions? Because I actually want that engagement. How I started my business is that not only I will add every day without going to sleep 10 people a day and being friends with 10 people. And when I couldn't sleep at night, or if I would be awake, or even, you know what, even if I was on the toilet sometimes, I would be there, I would have my phone. No, but you know, it is time that sometimes you could be, you know, doing stuff, you know, not that you necessarily want to bring your phone, but I did sometimes, you know, I was like, don't worry, I would be very hygienic. But what I'm trying to say is that, you know, sometimes you have 5 minutes, sometimes you are there and stuff like that. And during that time, you can say, right, during that time, I can answer questions. And sometimes I would even answer questions for free. I would say, you know, one day I remember all that, you know, I was talking about it with Jane this morning. I remember Jean, and I could feel her distress, and I could feel how she needed to have an advice. And she's like, oh my gosh, you know, Muriel, I don't have the money to afford a reading with you, but I just have that question. Can you please help me with that question? And that is just an example. I've done it many, many times. And I'm like, yep, okay, I had time, and, you know, I was up to date with my readings and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, right, yeah, here's the answer. That's what you should be doing. She, as soon as she had the money, not only ordered a reading with me, she has come 3 times to my retreats. She is my best asset. If I got a workshop or if I got something and I start talking about retreats, and if she starts saying, you know what, I love Muriel's retreats, I've been there 3 times, I get people queuing up to sign the retreats. Like literally, last time she was there, I had 4 people signing up. Straight up, I had the whole sisters, Donovan, and some others. And as soon as they heard her, I didn't even need to try to sell my retreat in Bali anymore. She said, I've been there 3 times. I just adore, well, no, there was 2, at that time there was 2 in Bali, and there was 1 here on the Gold Coast. She said, I've been to the 2 of them in Bali, and honestly, I just love it. It's just amazing each time and stuff like that. I'm going back to the 3rd one. And yeah, you just need to come. It's just absolutely amazing. I didn't even need to sell on that day. Like, I mean, people were queuing up. Madeline was taking the things behind the scene, and that was it, you know? So what I'm trying to say is relationship is your business. Relationship, that it is online, that it is physical, because you are going to go and do a webinar, a meetup, and you are going to do a workshop, and then at the end you're going to take the time to talk to people and meet people. And yeah, well, one of the last one was the one with Veronica, who Veronica was crewing with Francis. And at the end, I just talked with people, and I was there, and they stayed, and I needed to talk. Well, you know what? One of them is going to probably become an elite. 3 of them, they want to come to retreats, and no, even more, because we had 4 plus the kids reached 5, and 3 adults and 2 children, and elites, and they all had readings from that point as well. So what I'm trying to say is that it's the way you are going to be there for people, or listening, or understanding their needs and giving to them, because at the end of the day, that's what people want. So that relationship, you need to build it with them. So that is talking, that is sharing yourself, that is doing lives, so people can engage with you. Oh, hi Muriel, how are you? I don't do it, it's true. Me, I don't do it because I've got to have, when I'm doing the stars of the week. For the rest, yes, I do. Not when I'm doing the stars of the week, because I've got a content to deliver. I try to be in my 15 minutes to be able to share it on the different support. So if on that one I start engaging, it will be too much. But that's because I've got a content to give with what's going to happen into the week, right? But if you are doing, for example, some classes and that is not masterclass and that is not timed or doesn't need to be fitting in the 15 minutes, that's the thing that you want to do is really, really talk with them, because it's by convincing them that, you know, they should be working with you. Now, what are people buying? People are buying you. This is what they are buying. They are buying you. They are buying your lifestyle. They are buying the fact that you are living a healthy life, that you are organizing your wardrobe and that you look good, that you are successful in life, that you are getting all the golden trophies and stuff like that, that you are doing the best food ever, that you are nice, genuine, that you are spiritual, and that you got experiences in life and are good with money. People are buying you, okay? Because that's what they are going to buy. So when I say post about your cat, post about your dogs, you don't have to post about your kids, and understand the privacy. And trust me, that's something I really, really understand. So at the beginning, I would do pictures sometimes of my kids where you didn't see them. They were at the back, especially when they were little and they didn't know the rules with, you know, danger, stranger and stuff like that. So, and it was from the back or different things. I would only share with people that I used to know, right? So I've got a group, again, where there is only the people that I do know. I know who they are. And there is my 5,000 people, which I don't know all of them. And yeah, they don't see the photos of my kids and stuff like that. You all do, but all those are the people that I don't know. They don't see them, but I do share other stuff. I share that I've got dogs. I share that I've got cats. I share about a dish. I share about things like that, because you need to belong to them. They need to know you. They need to trust you. If you have a dog, you are part of the families if they love dogs. If you've got a cat, all the cat people are going to love you because you've got a cat. And I know it sounds crazy, but it is true, because you are part of them. They relate to you and they're going to like you because, you know. And if you start traveling, obviously not now, but if you do, or if you have done things in life, or if you have changed someone's life, or if you've got, you know, a result or a testimonial, you need to talk about all that, because at the end of the day, that's what you have done, or that's what you will do. So, you know, Veronica, when you have, you know, done those things with the suitcases and stuff like that and change people, and even if you need me to write something, by the way, I was thinking I should be the one writing your testimonial, saying, right, you know, and the same, Michelle, I'm going to write you, actually, as soon as I have time, I'm going to write you some testimonials as well, because, you know, you made me look, you know, in 5 minutes, I looked awesome. I felt awesome at that retreat, the way you dressed me up. And I was like, oh, wow, it's modern. I know I'm overweight, but it doesn't matter because it's trimming me with dark blue. I look comfortable because I like comfortable, but it's still very stylish. The same with my daughter. You know, in 5 minutes, it was like, you know, try this, try that. No, Madeline, you should be trying that one. And straight up, she looked amazing. And that wouldn't be the things that she would have gone for, by the way. But as soon as she tried it and we were in the bathroom, and she said, oh my gosh, I would have never gone for that. But look how good I looked. You know, I think it was the dress and stuff like that. Yeah, it was the dress, you know. And that you need to have an eye. You need to know what is going to enhance someone, and that not everyone's got it. You know, yes, you've got the people in the shops. Oh yeah, that looks good, when you know you look crap, right? And then suddenly, no, but it's true, you know, because they just want to be selling the dress, you know. And you're like, well, she's just trying to make me buy that thing, but really, technically, I don't look good in that. And then you've got the people who have the eye, telling you, you know what, that piece look really, really good on you, when you think, oh no, that's not my style. And suddenly you wear it and you're like, oh my gosh, I look so good because it really, you know, goes with my shape, makes me look great. And in fact, those colors really enhance me. So it is a knowledge, it is an art, you know. It is an art to put someone, you know, to make someone pretty and stuff like that. And that's the same with everything that you do. So everyone's got, you know, something. And Tracy, I've been starting to do that thing where I'm waiting, you know, as long as I can. Yeah, I'm feeling better. I mean, my energy is starting to come back up and stuff like that. And I'm not making myself too tired. And okay, so all those kind of things, and understanding that I need more protein and all these kind of things. So and Michelle, you know what I think about your food, right? Everything. I was fighting for it. You know, the kids were like, oh, you know, that. And I'm like, well, have you had your share? Yes, well, the rest is going to be for me, you know. No, of course, I wouldn't be, you know, that much. But, you know, they were preparing at one stage, you know, the ice cream. They said, oh, we really like the ice creams and stuff like that, because kids couldn't appreciate to the 100 levels that fineness of that, you know, panna cotta. And at the end, I was like, you know, if you really like the ice creams, take the ice creams and leave it to me, because I really did. I really, I kept it for myself. I'm sorry, but it was too good. Anyway, so you've got yeah, a way of doing things that are absolutely amazing, and Jane, the way you drive your life and the way you've organized your life and doing all this traveling and good with finances and stuff like that, you know, and also very spiritual because it works together. Someone cannot be successful if they are not spiritual, if they don't have a vision. All the people that are multimillionaires that are huge, Branson, Oprah, you name them, Tony Robbins, all of them, Dispenza, Martini, DiMartini, they all are spiritual. They all have a mission, because if you don't have a mission and just have a lot of money, trust me, I look after those millionaires and even milliardaires, people that are extremely rich. If they don't have a purpose behind, they do get sick. Why? Because money is also an energy. Money is stuck. Money is not there flowing for a purpose, for a reason. And if that's not well aligned, it actually destroys them. And they don't know if people love them just for their money or for themselves. And then it creates problems into the family. Or people that win the lottery. Oh my God, don't even get me there. People that win the lottery, they are probably the worst depressed people I've ever had, to the point of committing suicide. Oh yeah, they've done around the world. I've won. I'm visiting all these things and I'm investing in a couple of whatever properties and stuff like that. At the end of the day, it creates so many problems around them between friends, family that want the money as well, how they have to change and stuff like that. And then they don't know. Suddenly they are with a big chunk of money. They don't know how to invest it. They're making mistakes. They're losing some and stuff like that. They come and see me. They are the most depressed people. One of them, she wants so much money, you wouldn't believe. She's probably my client that is the most depressed. So be careful what you wish for. What you wish for is to be happy, is doing your purpose, is helping the world, is having money running after you because you are doing that purpose. And that's the engagement you want to have with people. You want to be at service, and that, trust me, it will come back 110% to you all the time. Not once, it will come back all the time. All the time you're going to think that are crazy coming up into your life. I just had 2 interviews yesterday and stuff like that, and people are meeting. I mean, it's like, wow. And that was just coming from one of my clients who was like, you know what? Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is that you are on a mission, you all have your gifts, and what you do is you want to engage with people. And because you are going to create that relationship, so what you are going to try to do now in those next few days is to do posts, beautiful posts if you can, but attractive posts, because what you want is to have people coming. It is good for them. It is good for you. You want to hook people and saying, wow, hang on, she's going to be sharing her secrets on the 9th or the 10th or whenever. Let's try to not maybe do it at the same time. I'm taking 9 a.m. So maybe we can do a planner, you know, onto the thing I'm taking. So we just post it onto the group. So we can even look at each other. We can support each other. We can make the numbers for each other. So on that case, at 9 a.m. I will be there. And at 10 a.m. we've got Jane doing her presentation. So from that time, anything goes. So maybe just put yourselves, you know, into the thing so we can be there for each other. And we can also not overlap each other as far as that is concerned. So you want to be doing that. And your goal now in the next 3 days, so forget the rest. We can talk about beer marker if some people are like, yeah, I'm following the rest, there's no problems and stuff like that. If it's overwhelming, and that's the last thing I want you girls to be, it's overwhelmed because you need to be, and I know there's a full moon and I know it's emotional and blah, blah. I know that today you might feel a little bit like that, or even, you know, quite a lot. And that's normal. And I want you to understand it's not you, it's the stars. Okay. Again, it's the last cleanup. When it's the last cleanup before we go into retrogrades like that, the universe is well done. It wants to get rid of the crap and one needs to come up. Okay. It's in Scorpio. Scorpio, it's intense, it's emotional, it goes deep, and it's getting rid of the last things that can be, you know, when I do a reading, I always say when it's in Scorpio, you get rid of the layers. Sorry, I didn't turn my phone off. It's Scorpio, it's taking rid of the crap, taking rid of the layer, go into that crystal clear water of your soul. If you were like in a cave where there is under the ground this pure crystal water, and it's tapping into that pure crystal water and letting things that are not aligned with that deep soul inside of you. So if you feel like that, if you feel emotional and thinking, okay, right, I need to clean up those last things, those last doubts, those last things, just do that. Do a meditation, try to clean yourself up and think, okay, that has been my blockage. I need to get rid of it, because use that full moon actually to clean up those blockages, by the way. And I want to feel at peace. I know it is my mission. I know that I can, with that crystal clear water, help the world, that it is positive what I'm going to be giving, especially in those times. Trust me, yeah, you really want to be helping people. They're going to need it. I'll be honest, with retrogrades, that they're going to need it. We'll be fine, because don't worry about us, we'll be fine. We are in this ship, huh? In like my kids say, in this record ship, whatever, you know, there's this song, whatever. We are in it, they're not. Some people are at home, they don't know what they're going to be doing. Some things are going to reopen, some things are not going to reopen. There might be a second wave of people being sick, whatever. There's going to be maybe bad news with the vaccines, whatever. There's going to be a lot of things happening. We want to be above, we want to be independent, we want to have our freedom, we want to be making a lot of money, we want to be engaging with people, and we want the business to keep on growing, not caring about what's going on the ground and the waves of negativity. So that means that in that case, we are following those stairs, which is the red, which is the beginnings, which is always the beginnings. But us, we're taking that positive stairs, making our business, sitting it down in 2021, which is normal. You still have 1.5 years with me. I said what I said, and that's the way it's going to go. And you just take those stairs saying, okay, right, I've been introduced to that app or to that thing. Great, I get it. I don't get it, but at least I know it exists. I've started that relationship with that app. I don't master it, doesn't matter. I've got 4 months where we're going to be working on it and mastering it anyway, because we will be working on what we have introduced you to. And we will get better and better and better. And some I don't even know them. It's Kim that is introducing me to me. And they're great, because I'm looking at some stuff and wow, it makes so much, things easier and cleaner and work that I don't need to do, where I don't need to answer all the time, and when I don't need to say yes, right, they can just register by themselves. It's all nice and clean. And you want that, because at the end of the day, I want you guys to have the best, where you don't, waste the time that I've wasted, and I'm not saying it was wasted, because I made all those clients, so it's never been wasted, and I still have, word of mouth every day, people asking me if I can do their readings every day. And, but what I'm trying to say is that you are taking those stairs and you have been introduced to those tools. So we can talk, even if you wanted to do that today about being marker, which is a little bit like Zoom. It's like a chamber where you can do your things, or we don't, however you feel. But what matters is that one way or the other, we are taking those steps to make sure that your business is on the top, and that from that point you live from that business and you don't need to do anything else, right? Because that's where I'm going to take you, and we'll make sure of that one way or the other. So what you have to do is, for the moment, think, we are the 7th, aren't we? 7, 8, 9, 10. You've got those 4 days where you want to bring those people on the 9th to be to that masterclass. So you want to bring them one way or the other. And I don't really care how you're going to bring them, because at the end of the day, even if it's purpose, it's still business, right? You need to have your customers. That's what's going to feed you. You know you're going to do well. You know you're going to give them everything that you've got, and you know that you are going to do an awesome job, but you want them to be part of that. So, hey,
can I just ask a question?
Sure.
Because my reach is not, thank you everyone for sharing my content this morning, but because my reach on everywhere that I'm on is very limited, I was thinking of doing a small Facebook ad. Is now a good time to do that?
That's it. That's exactly the only thing that you need to do now in those 4 days, is to do any kind of ads, any kind of lives, any kind of things, because you want them to all come to that masterclass. And do anyone go fishing? Who goes fishing? Who does fishing? I used to, I don't anymore. But anyway, okay, when you fish, you put a bait in the water and you try to have the best bait, right? And you want them to come and be hooked, right? But what are you going to hook them? It's like we say, you're going to hook people with honey, not with vinegar, right? So that's exactly right. You need to bring your best, you need to, this morning, I could have done even better, but I gave it all. I said, right, do you want to have the same amount of properties that I used to have with my family? Do you want to have no mortgages and stuff like that? Do you want to travel the world? Do you want this and that? Because I know that's what people want, right? That's what they're all looking for. And I don't think I said that I was a single mom and stuff like that. But if you start saying things like that, people are like, wow, hang on, I want a piece of that. Whatever she's doing, there's something that is right there. So I gave my best. I said, because I know people, and I did say something. Yep, I did say something. I did remember that. I said, I just had 60 seconds, about a minute. So you have to think. And I said, and even in those times, even in the times that we are going through, which are now, you can still make a lot of business, because seriously, I mean, for me, it has not changed anything that we are with the corona or not. And something that you can give to your children. Because the products, we can actually transmit it. Everything that is passive, you can actually transmit it to your children. So that is another box, because a lot of parents in this world of uncertainty, they're like, oh my gosh, what, I need to be able to create a future, because I can promise you as a parent of young children, you think about that. You're like, well, okay, what is going to be the world like for them, and this and that. That's necessarily the questions you're asking yourself, where did I bring my kids? In which world did I bring my kids? And that can be on any kind of parent state of mind. And trust me, it has been on mine as well lately, and I've been having really deep conversation with my kids. Even last night, I show them some stuff. I tell them, this is the world, that tape that I've shared with the lady that has been talking. And when it's like that, I want them to understand what's going on into the world. They've got to understand the rules, the game. It's a chess game, and you need to know what people are trying to make you swallow and what is the truth, and you need to be aware. And they are 15, so I think they are the age where they can start understanding that not everything is not what it seems, and it's not because people tell you that some stuff is good for you that necessarily it is. So you need to be aware and awake, and then you can make the proper decisions. Okay, so I did talk about that. So then I did say, and for your children as well, where you can transmit something to your children, because obviously people are going to be thinking about that. So if you do a little live, like you will see Kim, showing it as an ad, it will be shared. And Kim, maybe you can put it onto the group so they can all see it. You can put it onto the group, onto the elites, the ad, so they can all see it if they were missing it from somewhere. And in that case, you can do something similar, or you can do some post where you're going to bring them and bring them and bring them and bring them. And when you are going to do that masterclass, live, not live, doesn't really matter. I want you to feel comfortable, because we are made of energy, and self-insurance, confidence is something that people will feel. If you are telling the truth or not, people will feel it. You know it. You've got that instinct. You all have it. I'm not saying that some are not good liars. Some are. It's true. But at the end of the day, really technically, if you know your stuff, if you feel confident, people will actually feel it, because they will be like, oh, right, she knows what she's talking about. And that is what is going to be selling, because people are made of energy. You are made of energy. And if people feel it, they will say, I need to sign up. So you're going to be on your best saying, right, I'm good at that, because you're all good at something. And you're going to make that message come clear. In a tape, if you prefer in a tape, because then yes, you can do retake, and then yes, you won't stumble on your words, and if you did, you can always redo it, but you want them to be having that masterclass and wanting some more. And if you don't do live, which is fine, they will text you questions. They will say, oh, look, I'm really interested, or, can I be there, in your new program, that you are going to be starting, and stuff like that. So you really want to be making yourself really interesting, and also really thinking of how you can solve their problems, because people, when they come and see you, they want someone to be able to solve their problems. That's why they are coming and seeing you, because if you are not there to solve their problems, well, really technically they don't need you, right? So you need to find a way to solve their problems, to say, right, you want to know how to cook awesome recipes, but being vegan and not being bloated. I've got a solution for you. You want to be pretty, because it's important now to be pretty, especially with Venus coming up. I can help you to do this. I can help you to lose weight. I can help you to be healthy and to not be, having all those problems with what's coming up and stuff like that. So you need to make people want to be with you. That's it. That's the whole message. So now you've got those days to be able to take them there on the 9th. So that's the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th. And you can do as many posts as you want. For me, there's never too many. Just go for it. You want to take that time. It's a time you don't want to be missing. And after that, you will be looking after those people, and that will be fine. So try to get as many people as you can. Okay. And you are starting fresh, you are starting a new business, so don't put yourself too much pressure as well. If it's not there, we will keep on growing, you will still keep on bringing people and stuff like that. It's more kind of like starting things that are new. After that, because you've had your program out there, because you put it out there, you can still go and expand that. We'll work on that, do not worry. There are still good stars during those retrogrades. The only time I would really tell you that it's not good to sign up with someone new, it's when Mercury is in retrograde, which is only during 3 weeks. During that time, you usually contact the people that you've already known. So you actually work on the old stuff. You finish your book, you finish your ebook, you finish things that you started. You work, on things that you need to finish. But yeah, we will still keep on going. Okay, so don't freak out, because I know that some were a little bit overwhelmed, and it was of course, with that full moon, you will be even more overwhelmed because the aspects are pushing you towards that. So if the last 3 or 4 days, it starts 3 or 4 days before and sometimes 3 or 4 days after. So if lately you've been like, whoa, it's normal. But the reason why I'm introducing you to all that is before I prefer the introduction to be done on the good stars. It's like a marriage, it's like a wedding. You want to have that done on the good stars. And then you will be able to work on it as long as you want. There's no problems. We are going to be doing slides. We are going to break it down. It's going to be all written down. And we're going to do a lot of work with King behind and having Belinda even writing them for us if we need to, whatever. Don't worry about all that. We will get it done and well done. And we do have a lot of times together to make all that done properly and really well done for you. But yeah, it's time to do that. So
can I ask a question?
Yes, absolutely.
On the plan for the continual rolling out that Kim did for us, to do a small program, wait a week, and you can do 4 lots a year. How does that work in with all the stars and things like that?
So we are going to be starting. So you've already started the small programs, right? We've already talked about all that. That was at the beginning when we started saying, okay, you will be doing your program on this, you will be doing your program on that, on the different subjects. So normally at that stage, you should all know what you are going to be talking about in your program, not only because we talked about it at the beginning when I did your chart and your purpose, and because all these times, with the one-on-ones, each time with you, we've talked about you should be including this and including that. That's why I wanted those one-on-ones to make sure each time we will talk about what we were going to include in your programs and what was the forte and what you should be putting in it. So as long as you've got a clear vision of that, of what you are going to be putting in your program, who is clear about that, what you are putting into your programs?
Yes.
Everyone?
I think so, yes.
I think the only one is Anne-Marie, but that is a blockage that you do have because we've already talked about that. You already know what you are good at doing and how you can help people. It's all about, self-insurance. It's all about the tools to make their lives better as well and stuff like that. And we'll go through it. And look, again, at the end of the day, it's not a race. Because everyone is different and there's a timing for everyone. And there's excellent stars again coming up to do another launch in September. There is Mars retrograde, but not straight up. There's few days in between where Mars is not retrograde. And then after that, there's November, there's December and all that. So again, it's not a race. Some people, it's straight up clear. And some people are like, yeah, no, okay, maybe I'm good at that, but maybe I should adapt and stuff like that. And if it's not crystal clear, it doesn't matter. I don't work on races, and because it needs to feel right. At the end of the day, it's the representation of who you are, and you don't want to get it wrong. So it needs to sound clear. It needs to make sense. It needs to make you feel comfortable in what you are doing and what you are sharing. So there was another elite. I think I talked to you about it the other day. We were working on it, and he was like, yeah, no, that's not me, that's not this. And then during the night, because that's usually when I've got my signs, I woke up and I was like, this is what you need to be studying. Get out of the elites program, study that thing now. When you'll be ready, when you will have done those studies, then we can always take you and make you global and stuff like that. But really technically, that's what you need to do.
Muriel, can I just... I literally just received a message as you were just talking. It's amazing what happens when you put things out. So I've done my live. I did yesterday. I post a bit anyway. My lives have been a bit slack, but obviously my webinar series, I've been able to launch that, and I'm getting amazing feedback. People are so excited. One of the ladies that popped on yesterday was a friend of mine, and she lives in Helsinki, and she has already said, please let me know when this happens. I want to share it to people in the North Pole. I literally just got a message from a girlfriend who was based in China. She's now in Singapore, and she said, I just saw your LinkedIn post about launching your webinar and podcast series. That's awesome. I think this will definitely benefit a lot of women who are in business. Would you be doing this for the globe, if not the Asia market as well?
That is it. And that is it. And that is it. And when the stars are good, the stars are good. And all that is the work you have done prior, Kaylin. It didn't happen in 5 minutes.
No.
Now we are shifting you from that business industry, which that's what I said when we met. I said, why just the tourism industry when you can give that to everyone and anyone, and being online and going global even more, because you have that talent, you have that knowledge, and you've done it before. So you've got a little bit of advance, obviously.
Of course. Yeah. Guys, I've been doing this for 10 years. So this is not enough. I've been doing it for 40 years, really. But that's amazing. Literally just came through then. And
woohoo! Let's celebrate.
Woohoo!
It's all right.
Entrepreneur, this woman. So yeah, who knows? I'm just taking a breath and just doing one day at a time.
That is it. And that's all you can do. And sometimes there will be someday overwhelming, and someday that's going to be like, it's all falling down together, and it will. I mean, that's not the end. Trust me, Kaylin, by Sunday, you're going to have some other good news. I can already tell you that, right?
So, excuse me, Muriel. So is it better to do it on the 10th rather than the 9th? Or
no, I will do the masterclass on the 9th. The reason why I will do it on the 9th is because it gives you the 10th to be able to sign them up. And to really have, because some are going to ask questions, okay? It's inevitable. They're going to be thinking about it.
I haven't got a link organized.
That you're going to have to but so, okay, hang on. Whoa, hang on. Okay, so that was the conversation I had with Jane this morning. Don't panic about a link. You don't even need to have a link, okay? Because I know that has been a lot of stuff, and we could have introduced you to something else and down the link and where they can register and all these kind of things. But, or you kind of have it, or we can tell you the name of it. It's called, Big Maker, and you can Big Maker, and we can talk about it today, just a little bit. It's already 9:40. We can talk a little bit about it. But if that's going to make you even more stressed with that full moon in Scorpio, let's forget about it.
Okay.
Let's just
so my webinar that I've completed. So really, I should be promoting that. And actually invite them to that webinar that I've created, and so I do a Zoom masterclass. Is that what I should be doing?
Yes, Kim.
So what's your stepping stone between taking your warm market, your warm leads, and getting them to part with cash? So do you have a stepping stone
in that webinar?
Yeah. So what? Yeah. So
it's a 50-page webinar that takes them through, and which I sent to Muriel, and basically, there's 3 different bonuses in there as well, and a mega bonus, and then instead of the $3,500, they'll only pay $297.
Okay, cool. So we're just gonna like you can absolutely just go straight to your list. Whether that's your
I don't really I haven't really got one, but okay, and I don't really know how to get all that sorted. But
straight to your landing page, your sign up page for that, you can. But what I have seen be much more, I guess I'm going to use the word successful in terms of converting people, is having something just before it that's like a preview of that. So here, let me teach you what I'm going to teach you. It's basically you just take the contents of what that is and put the contents in a masterclass and teach them that these are some things that they're going to need to know about. It's the what, but it's not the how. So it's one way of doing it. Or you can just take your sign up link straight to your course and just start marketing the $297 course straight to your list, you can do an ad for it, all that sort of stuff. So it depends how you want to do it, basically.
I don't know. That all sounds too hard.
So you all
I'm totally gone. I'm gone.
Okay, so you all going to, so you do some posts, Veronica, you do some posts or a live or a video, whatever, to ask them to join you on the 9th at a certain time. Okay, let's say, for example, 11 a.m. on the 9th at 11 a.m. and that you are going to be doing a masterclass where you are going to talk about your program that you've got for sale.
Okay.
On that 11 a.m., you're going to be presenting on a video or a live, you've got the choice, but you are going to be talking about what is in that program, saying in, the program, the 50 slides that you send me in
that particular one. Okay. All right.
One, because that's the one you are promoting, and you are going to be talking about what there is in it. So, the key points of it.
Yes.
You want them to want more because you want people to want more. So in that, I'm going to be talking about how you can reorganize, your wardrobe, how you can look amazing. You put some words like that. You can actually Google the words, words on different subjects. You can Google the words that are actually, what was this word? How do we call them in English? That are really positive words, that are actually selling words, that actually, there's a word.
Call to action.
Excuse me?
Call to action, maybe?
No, we call that high energy words, compelling words. Yeah, so you're going to be organizing, you're going to be doing, so the next 3 days you work on that, you work on the post that you can, put out there, and you bring those people so they can be there, making it interesting. And then when you are going to do that masterclass, you're going to make it using words that are positive words and that are compelling words. So the people are interested and wanting more and wanting to sign up that program.
Okay. All right.
Now,
you'll be very happy to know that I did video the webinar yesterday. I had three more goes at it.
Cool.
And I had to take myself off the screen, but I introduced myself first, and I just said to them that for better engagement, I need to remove the video from the screen because it distracts me, and just let them know that it was my first webinar. But that made it a little bit easier then for me to be able to talk, and I actually got through just short of the hour for the whole webinar for the 50 pages.
That's great, Veronica. Well done.
So I've sent that through to Cleo to get her feedback on it and see if there's anything else, because I know there was still a few words where I found that when I first started to play it back, I kept going,
Yeah, and that's normal. We get better and better. That's normal.
There was still a few in there, but there wasn't nearly as many as there had been previously.
You can't from the first go to be exceptional. It's not possible. No one has ever been. You can't be suddenly, I'm taking a course with Andrew to be able to speak good, on a big stage, and to make sure that everyone is entertained during that time. So in the background, when I have time, I'm with Andrew learning how to speak in front of 500 people, because, you can always get better. And that's the whole point of it, is to actually get better. It's the journey. What is interesting is the journey. Yes, you will be successful. Yes, you're going to get a lot of money, but the journey is so interesting as well, because we're growing and we're learning, right? That's what is exciting every day as well. So now,
Muriel, sorry, can I just interrupt just quickly while I think about it? Veronica, that's absolutely awesome. I want to see that. So can we actually record on Zoom, or is it advisable, maybe Kim, this is a question for you, is it advisable or not to record without any slides on Zoom as a pre-recording and using that to bung out there?
Yeah, easy.
And then you get a link straight away as well, don't you?
Yeah.
You get a link and a recording of it as long as you press record.
Yes.
And then when you end the meeting, the message sort of records, and then you just need to save it somewhere. And that's it. That's as simple as it is.
Yep. And that link, if you do that like that, I can share it. And what I was going to say just prior, between today, if you have time, you can even send me a little email by saying, and I mean email, so my VAs can also send them to my clients, because I've got obviously my list. So that would be a good thing, actually, where you say, I'm going to be doing a webinar on that date, and me, I can say, here are the elites, one of my elites is going to be doing, and I can send that. We can actually send it to all my clients as well. So they know that one elite is going to be doing that on that subject, another elite is going to be doing that on that subject, and that can also help you girls who don't have, a lot of followers and stuff like that, because that's
so there would be like a step process that Kim was talking about earlier on. There's a sort of pre-launch. So just do a little video, but then also I could do the video on Zoom as the masterclass to bung out there on the Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, and there can be different ways, because you could be just sending an email and saying that on that date you're going to be on that, and then you and you can put the link of your page on that email. So on that day they can actually be there, especially if you are doing it live. So in that case, great that I can,
No, I was thinking if I'm not doing it live, it would be on Zoom to then.
Okay. So in that case, you just have to give in advance the link of Zoom where you are going to be doing it.
Right.
Unless you are recording it. In that case, it's a little bit different, because if you are recording it, in that case, they cannot. So how do they do that?
I'd record the masterclass on Zoom and then the link out with a little video beforehand as the pre-launch.
So then we'll share that after. In that case, if you have done that, if you have the recording, unless you're doing the recording before that, how can I share that with my clients?
I'm not sure you understand. I'm talking, so step one, this is a maybe, okay? Step one is I could record the masterclass on Zoom.
Yes.
And save it, and it's got the link.
Yes.
Step two, and park it. Step two is do a or even a live video, or even another recorded one, to then
in regard to the
do it as a pre-launch to send out with the link. No, the link to the masterclass would then come out on Saturday afternoon.
Yes.
Yes? Right.
Yes. So you want the people to come to that link at that time. So at that time, at that specific time, you would put that link out at for example, 2 p.m. or 1 p.m. on Saturday. On your page, you will put that link so they will be able to see that masterclass. So you want them to be all excited and thinking, oh my God, I want to be there. I want to be there. At 1 p.m., I want to be there on the 9th.
Yeah.
Then I will know all the secrets about Jane and how she has her life and how she has done all that.
Right, okay, because I'm my thinking, and I don't want to hold everybody up, I've been thinking in the last few days, I want to do everything automated. I don't want to have to sit on the screen 3 times, 4 times a week doing all this stuff. I want the whole thing automated. So that's what I can do with this, with the masterclass, pre-record on Zoom. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Veronica.
That's all right. You're welcome. I've been getting a little bit of guidance also externally, but everything here's been amazing. But I'm still a little overwhelmed with gelling it all together. And but that just literally.
Sorry. Sorry, it's my phone.
Oh,
phone is linked.
Okay, thanks for that.
Muriel, am I able to send an email to your email address so your VAs can send it out? And if people are interested, then they can register for the...
That is it. That's what I want. Yes. If you can send it to me, and then my VAs are going to send it to my clients. Absolutely.
So when they click on it, I'll do a landing page up where they can register.
Yes.
And I'll also ask them if they want to be added to my mailing list when they register.
Yes. So what I'm going to do is you send me, something saying, on that date, at that time, I'm going to be doing a masterclass explaining, how to be and so on. And me, I will ask my VAs to present that in saying, you know, a good morning or whatever. Here is one of my elites. She absolutely is fascinating, and has an absolute, you know, I'll obviously make it like that, about, you know, her knowledge about food and how to be healthy. I think it's really important in those times, because all those people have had readings with me, they know me. I've got two lists. I've got the one that have had readings with me, which there's a lot, and I've got the ones that I just met like that as well. So I've got two lists, and but the ones that have had a reading with me, if I'm going to say that you have the knowledge, that you are good at what you do, they're going to trust me, because otherwise I wouldn't do it and I wouldn't say it. They know that, because that's just the way I am. So if I start saying, you know, I mean, you should be looking, especially in those times, I mean, it's going to be so important to be healthy, because, you know, the virus is not going anywhere, whatever. I mean, I will say what I think is the best to promote you, and my VS can send that to the list. They will know, and then they can always join you on that day. And on that day, in that case, they can actually, because you still want them to see you. Huh? So I don't want them to be signed up straight up. I want them to be with you, because you want that engagement. You want to create that relationship. So then you do that masterclass that you have pre-recorded or that you are doing live. I still strongly suggest a live. Huh? I mean, first, because you'll have more exposure and the whole lot. Huh? So it changes everything, by the way. Lives are really going to be and Facebook and Instagram, as soon as you do a live, they share it a lot more, because they like lives. They want people to be engaging. They want people to be coming. So instead of being, I don't know, exposed to 100 people, you will be exposed to 300. I mean, you know, lives are really much better. Yeah, well, you're going to do your masterclass, and then people, you can say, you know, I mean, if you want to follow me up, here's the link, you know, or here's my page, or you know, here's my email, and then people, they can come and they can be part of your followers. Yeah, I think that's a good thing, because I was always going to share the clientele. It's just that I needed you guys to be ready to have a program, to know what, you know, because otherwise it was a little bit funny. But that's perfect, because you're doing that, you're doing your masterclass, and then I think so it's time anyway. So I'm not even going to do it by group in that sense. Why would you be limited to something when you could be exposed to all of them? And then we'll see how it goes. And remember, if you had a problem, or if one day you're not sure about someone and working with them, you just text me their date of birth, and you just say, hey, Muriel, what do you think about that person? Because sometimes you're going to have a gut feeling saying, you know what, I don't want to be working with that person, and you're probably going to be right. So in that case, you just text me their details, and if those people are really going to be incompatible with you, you prefer not to be working with them anyway. It's especially at the beginning, you want good publicity, you want good testimonials, and if it's not to have people that you are going to be working well with, especially if it's for, you know, a while, you prefer to have a better relationship.
So would it be better for you to set a deadline then, to say, okay, everyone needs to have the times and a bit of a blurb for their masterclass into me by this date, so that then if your VAs are going to send out one email, and it can have a little segment about each of us with all our different masterclass times on it, so that people can then go, oh yeah, I like the sound of that elite, I'll go to that one, instead of sending out 10 different emails.
I can do one that is with everyone. Yeah, in that case, everyone needs to be ready, and everyone in that case. So in that case, you just share it in that case in the group, and then we just paste and copy, you know, copy and paste. In that case, just send yours into the group, your little text to present yourself, and the title of your presentation, and the description of the presentation, what you are going to be talking into the masterclass. Just put the link in that case, and so of your group, where you are going to be doing it. Not the registering group, just the link of where they will find you, so your page, and the time, obviously. And in that case, we will bring them to that. Yeah, that's a good way of doing it. Perfect.
So when did you want all that done by? So when's the latest you want to send that?
It would be good that it comes out tomorrow. So today you have to give it to me today. So then tomorrow I can put the VAs onto that.
So by close of business today?
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay, thank you. I just need a deadline.
Yes.
Eileen's freaking out.
Who is freaking out?
Eileen's face, she's freaking out.
I just have so much work for other things to do, but that's okay. I'm quite comfortable with just doing I've got a little list of things that I'll do.
You've got plenty of people. You're already up there. You already have some contracts. You already have some clients. So don't worry too much. You're already up there. If you want to do it, you do it. If you don't want to do it, you don't do it. But it's always good to always bring more people, especially when the stars are good like that. You want to, try to get as many people as you can. That's.
Yeah. I will do a few more to make an announcement on Sunday. Yes. Whether my funnel and everything is going to be finished,
yes,
I don't know, because I can't push my IT person any more than I'm pushing them at the moment. They're pumping stuff out for me.
Yep.
I will at least go, I'm going to do this. This is what it's all about.
That's it.
If you want the free copy, put your email down below or send me a PM, and I'll do it in the absolute simplest way if I don't have it ready. So I will do something. It just may not be the professional flow at the moment.
It doesn't matter. You'll have 4 months. Trust me, you're going to have 4 months to look after all those people anyway, because it is going to slow down. That I want you guys to know, girls, sorry. I want you girls to know, ladies to know that it is going to slow down, that you won't be able to stop it, because when Jupiter starts going in retrograde, when you've got Venus starting to go retrograde, and in the mix at some point, which is, to be exact, maybe I should know that by heart. But anyway.
So Muriel, also, are we having a Zoom meeting tonight? Because I won't be there. So.
No, we're not. No. Today is the last one. Now you're going to do the work that we have talked about, and you're just going to focus on that. Kim and I, we need to focus also on some stuff as well. For the moment now, you just focus on those 3 days to come. You just focus on that. And you do the best that you can, but you post regularly. Me, I will post non-stop. I will keep on going, and I will post, and I probably, I will, and with Kim we will, and I will tell my VAs as well. You don't want to be missing those next 3-4 days. So you post and you post and you post, and then after that we will get better at everything that we've talked about. We will feel comfortable, we will improve in the way we are doing things and stuff like that, because we'll have a lot of time to do that. So from the 18th of June to the 12th of July, that's when we'll have Mercury retrograde in there. So see what I mean? So for the moment, it's Venus on the 13th, then after that it's Jupiter, and then after that in the month coming up, then we suddenly get Mercury. So don't expect to have things during that time, because I'm not going to tell you that it's going to be magical during that time. Don't expect me to lie. It won't be. Okay, so now, that doesn't say that we cannot make money during that time, because I've made a lot of money in retrogrades, but it's just a different approach, okay? We're not moving forwards, we're moving, bringing things, with the people that we know, and we're bringing things in a different ways. And don't worry, I'll find ways to amplify all that. But now you want to go outside, now you want to meet as many people as you can. Now the stars are absolutely awesome, excellent, a little bit emotional today. And there is just something that needs maybe to clear up. You will see it if it needs to or not. If it doesn't, that means that you have nothing to clean up, so that's fine. But if it did, if it popped out, don't worry, that's normal. And tomorrow, after that, from that point, when we get out of that full moon effect, by tomorrow as we go during the day will be great. Saturday will be excellent. Sunday, Mother's Day will be absolutely magical. So perfect. Stars are great.
Can I just ask something, Muriel? If we are getting people wanting to jump on the course, are they paying for it up front, or are they just registering for it and then we're delivering that around September?
Okay, so you want to have a contract, and you want to have a contract. I didn't do it with your first group of elites because I wanted a genuine relationship. And I also knew that I was starting, and I wanted that relationship to be a sincere relationship. I wouldn't be able to do it any other ways, especially that I knew that I was not 100% ready on everything. So there was a way to, hop out. Some have left, and they have left, and I'm not asking them to pay the whole rest of the year and stuff like that. But in normal, you want to be covered. You want to say, unless they are dying and not being able to follow up, they have to pay, okay? Because you want to be covered. So make sure that your contract, so the next contract with the next elite, they can't get out. If they do get out, they will have to pay the whole year one way or the other, right? Even though I knew that I would be giving the content, making sure that you will always be happy, because that's who I am. And I want you all to be successful. If I need to add people, like I added Kim, or if I need to add some other people, and our content is already ready to help you girls, and Belinda is already ready there, and there will be some other people. Each time I will bring people for the needs of making sure that your business is going to be, and I will give 100% values for what you are paying. But in general, first you want them to have a contract so they don't get out of it, so you know. And also the trick for all the people that do things like that, you want to always have them paid 25% in advance compared to the content that you give, because you don't want people to have all the content and then in that case they are not paying, especially if it is something that is going to be done on weeks or months. You want to make sure that they've always in advance compared to what you are giving, because if you give everything and people can say, well, I've got everything and I'm out of here, and that's it, and so you've lost all your work and all your content. So you need to make sure that you have a proper contract that is done, saying that, you know, they cannot, you know, go out unless they've got a really good reason. Obviously, if they are dying, you know, that is a good reason, right? With a medical certificate, but for other reasons, you can say yes, no, you know, you have booked it, so you stay. And that doesn't mean that people, obviously, during the time, you know, where you can be thinking about it, they can get out and stuff like that. But otherwise, you also, you know, want to be paid for the work that you've done. That's going to be your job. So it needs to be taken seriously. And also, yes, always making sure that there are steps, that that the payments are regular. I actually really like what Kim gave me with, what's the name again for the payments? On Dubsado, yeah, with the payments and the way it is done. It's true, it's nice, because they sign up, they say they're going to be doing it like that, you know, and they pay. So some elites coming up have done it like that, with and that's comfortable. It's true, it's nice, and that, but otherwise you don't need to have that. I'm only having it now. I mean, you know, I've been in business for the last 3 years and I'm only having it now. So you can also do it manually when you don't have too many people to look after, and say, right, you know, because you have to also be flexible, right? You have to also understand that there can be payment plans, especially in the situation that we are in. People sometimes, they might ask you that, you know, sorry, I cannot do that, I can only pay, you know, that much per week, or stuff like that. So you see, but you still have to make sure that you do not give more value than what I have paid, because otherwise they can actually walk off and you've given all that value and you didn't get paid, right? So and if it is a small amount, it's not going to be worth for you going to court or stuff like that, or having big problems, or having someone following them up that you are going to have to pay, or, you know, it's going to make things complicated, and you want to avoid all those kind of problems. So you prefer to be covered from the beginning, so it's clear, it's crystal clear, and that will avoid all those kind of problems as well after that. You have to leave? Yes, Anne-Marie, no problems.
Muriel?
Yes?
The interview that you did with me, I wanted to use that as part of the trailer leading up to Sunday, but I can't.
It's going to look funny because it's with the elites. It's with the elites, and there is my name and stuff like that. It's going to really look funny if it's in your.
Oh, okay.
It would be better that you do something with your own clients and stuff, because it's going to be.
That's okay. I'll use something else. I just thought that may have been an opportunity, as to, because you were just asking me, what do I do, etc. So
yeah, no, it's good to share. So that's why I've shared it everywhere, and please share it everywhere. I mean,
but that's what I'm saying. I don't have a copy of it. I think you emailed it to me.
Yeah.
It's not on the site. I've been through the site twice.
It's even on the group. You can even
No. I went through the group this morning, all the way through it. The workshop's on there, but your and my interview's not on there.
Is it on
I thought it was, Kaylin. I thought
no, it is.
I had the same thought and I found mine.
No, it is. It is. And also,
well, if anyone finds it, can you just tag me? Because I've been through, honestly, right back until March twice this morning, and I can't find it.
It is, and it is also shared everywhere, even on me and my page and my.
Maybe it's on your page. All right, I'll go look again.
Yeah.
Also, I don't want to brag, but I just want to reinforce your comment. I posted on LinkedIn yesterday about the upcoming webinar, and I've got 794 views.
That's it.
Since yesterday.
That's it. And the stars are good. When the stars are good, they're good. Huh? Because you did it yesterday. Yesterday, the stars were excellent.
Muriel, is Belinda available? Because I need my LinkedIn wording and everything done to reword it. And if she's a wordsmith,
I'll have a look, and that is not sure that she's available this week, because I wanted something done this week, and she's got a lot of work this week, and she also has her kids because she's doing school at home. So I'm actually trying to see when she's available. So I'll have a look with her. It might be only next week. This week she's flat out, and she has problems to follow all the things that she has to do as well. So I'll ask her exactly when she's available, but it might not be before next week, unfortunately. I know, I've been trying as well. I'll ask her, but school at home is actually creating her problem as well, because she didn't see that part coming. So she's got less hours because she's got to do the work. But I'll ask if, so what do you need exactly, Tracy?
I need my profile to be redone. So I need the wording that on LinkedIn to change my whole.
In redone.
Yeah.
Okay, on LinkedIn, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll see if she can do that. I'll ask her. Okay, so that's it. Anything else, maybe, Kim, that you would like to add as well?
I think we had contemplated.
We can't really hear you, Kim. Sorry.
How's that? Is that better?
Yes.
Okay. We contemplated talking about traffic, and that's kind of, which is just, yeah, like not just traffic sources, but just generating traffic to the link or the masterclass or your ebook and stuff like that. But a lot of what you said today kind of covered that up. It's really just about you've got organic or paid. Tracy, you said you're going to do a paid thing, which kind of solves any issues for if you have, you know, a smaller list and that kind of stuff. So yeah, so that, if anybody has any questions, I suppose just, you know, ask away. That was, I think we covered off a lot today.
Good luck, everyone.
Anyone's got questions?
Probably, but I'm just going to put my head down and see what.
No, that's all right. I'll get there eventually.
I'm going to do another to-do list. Tidy up my to-do list.
I've given up on the to-do list.
If you've got questions,
it's too long.
Okay, if you've got questions, can you ask them today? Can you
go back to my priority list, Jane? How to prioritize it.
Yeah.
And if you've got questions, can you ask them today? Because from tomorrow, we will try to not be available anymore, Kim and I, because otherwise there's no way we're going to be ready for the rest and the products.
So no tomorrow.
That's fine.
So
good.
Any kind of questions, remember the whole goal is to take them there and to make sure that people want to be at that masterclass, and that from that masterclass, you can make the sales and closing the sales in having people buying what you are selling, you know, and what you have been promoting, and making sure that you have clients. That's where we're going. And send me on the group, send me the descriptive, the title, the descriptive, the time, and the link of your page. So then my VAs can share those on an email to my clientele as well. So that should work. Okay, but keep on promoting. Don't just think of my clientele. I want to see posts everywhere, and you can tag me, well, or, you know, or even put me in the comments. I don't want to be tagged and that everywhere on my things. But just, you know, well, my yes, you can as well, and because I mean it is promoting you guys. So yeah, you can. Doesn't matter actually. It's actually good. No. Tag me. Put me on there. And yeah, but each time post, you know, and if you got time every 2 hours, or, you know, you can do it the way Kim told you yesterday, to do an automatic thing. If it doesn't flow, if it's not comfortable, and we will go back to that if you needed to know more how to use it or how to organize it, don't worry, we'll have plenty of time. In that case, you do it manually. And that's what I've been doing so far anyway. This is the first time I'm having my campaign done automatically. Otherwise, I used to do it, you know, wake up in the morning, do that, tell my VAs to do this and that. And you just, I'll do it myself at the beginning. And then you just post, every 2 hours. Yes, remember, I'm going to be doing that. You make it exciting. You want to build that momentum. You want people to say, no, seriously, okay, I need to have that time off. Sorry, take the kids away from that half an hour. I need to be on a masterclass because there are things that I want to listen. You want to build excitement. Remember, energy. The energy that you've got in a normal day when you are happy, when you are pumped up, and when you just want to smash it all, and where you are really up to the roof. You know that energy?
Yes.
You'll multiply it. Why? Because you want to multiply it. You want it to make it even more exciting. So people like Tony Robbins, they go on the trampoline before they go on stage and they pump it up. They jump up and down, or they do that exercise. They bring that energy from the sky there and stuff like that. They pump themselves up. Why? Because people are going to feel your energy. If you are not excited, what should someone else be? If you are not convinced, if you are not passionate about what you are doing, why would someone come with you? You need to know your stuff. You need to be pumped up. You need to make them feel, wow, I want a piece of that. I don't know what she's on. I don't know what she's taking. I don't know what she's doing into her life, but I want just that. And I will sign because it's an emotional thing. They will buy that because they want that. And yes, the brain will kick in afterwards and stuff like that. But at the beginning, the first approach is, I want that.
I always, when I do my workshops, I always have the music really up. And it's the first thing when everybody comes in. Everybody comes in, I'm dancing around, and people are going to go, what the hell is she doing? But they all start to kind of, and I do it halfway through too, particularly after lunch, because everybody goes, zoom.
Yeah. While they're digesting, and they want what you've got, and they want to have that lifestyle, they want to have that pace, they want to look like you, they want to be traveling like you, they want what you've got. And that's what they will be buying, always. Who they buy is you. And the solutions that you can give and the way you can look after them. Okay, girls, you've got heaps of work to do. Let's pump it up. Today's an amazing day. Let's do this. Okay?
Tracy, do you want to call?
Take care.
Okay. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye.